Welcome back to the live stream here from Mixmash Miami at none other than Nikki Beach. I've got an amazing guest, Cesqeaux, just fresh off the stage.
Fresh off the stage.
How
I don't know
was
if
your
it's
set?
fresh. It was good.
How was your set?
I had a great time.
Awesome, man.
Thank you so much. Good to be back. Thank you for having me.
So second time in Miami.
Second time in Miami.
Last year you did Mixmash.
Last time I did Mixmash. It was one of my first U.S. shows in my lifetime.
And now you're just, what, a master of the United States of America?
Well, I mean, a lot happened. So, like, I mean, we went back and forth. Like, coming from Western Europe, you know, you can see a big difference in the market, you know, and how people respond. But I've learned a lot, and I most of all enjoyed a lot.
Now, Layback Luke, your boss, you know, he's,
hold on.
He is your boss.
Shout out Luke, though.
Shout out LBL.
Luke. He's a karate, taekwondo, all type of shit master, but like he ain't my daddy. He's
a Jedi master.
I love him.
Nah, listen. Let's talk.
I already told him. I congratulated him for his birthday, and
nice.
George just asked me to do. George from the label. He asked me to do a little shout out.
Oh.
And I sent a video where I was doing somersaults and like rolling over my bed, and I didn't have a sign to say "Happy Birthday, Luke," so I made the laundry bag, the plastic laundry bag, and a marker, and I have to "Happy Birthday, Luke." So shout out Luke. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you an American phrase. You MacGyvered it.
Yeah, I MacGyvered it.
You MacGyvered the shit out of it.
I did it.
So all right. So Luke has said that you've got three things.
Okay.
Well, you got many things, but you got three things. You got looks, you got showmanship, and you got voice.
Thank you.
Where would you power rank the three? What for you is most important for your career, and how would you rank the three?
Look, showmanship, and the voice. I think my voice is number one because that makes me heard.
Great.
Whether it will be in music or not. Then I think showmanship is everything because, I mean, you can look like a bag of shit and still sell out. You know, or you can wear a bucket on your head. Shout out Marshmallow, I love you. Yeah. But still, man, you can still make it with a bucket on your head.
Or you can rock the dopest hairstyle ever. What are we calling this? What are we calling this?
So I had a girl yesterday tell me it's a reverse moon.
The reverse moon?
So I don't know what a moon is, but she told me that's when you get bald on the top. But this is a reverse version. It's like I get bald on the sides.
A waning gibbous.
I don't know.
Throw a little sign and
I haven't been to a hairdresser in 5 years.
So this is self-done?
This is self-done.
Amazing.
Every time. So you can see I fucked up on the sides, and it gets smaller every time. So if I cut it off, you know why.
So music career goes to the shitter. Just if it ever happens, you're going to become a hairstylist? Is that what we're saying?
I'm rocking a wig. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to go bald like anything.
Amazing. So voice number one, showmanship number two, and then what we have number three, looks.
Looks. Yes.
So
I think it might be a boost, but I'm not saying it's the cornerstone of your career.
Right.
Right.
But it helps.
It helps, definitely.
Okay, so that's great.
Get your looks up.
So listen, you're a kid growing up from the Netherlands.
Yes.
You got introduced to the drums.
Yes.
I really want to know, how did you get introduced to the drums? Like, who kind of?
I used to play drums.
Yeah.
Yes, when I was 7, I used to play drums. I used to play in a band. My parents always. You want a piece of this?
I love this, man.
My dad always used to play guitar, and my mom always used to be in like funk and soul music. So I would hear like free music. It's not always like,
of course,
like repetitive. So, and I'm a very all over the place guy. So
we just saw it. We just saw it.
I mean, you still see it. Yeah. But you know, that's what got me into like, you know, doing different stuff. And I mean, once I got my hands on like a production program, I didn't need anybody to tell me what I could or could not do.
Right.
So, and then internet came along, you know, then I had SoundCloud and Facebook and all that stuff. So I was able to, just boost and like push my product, which was Crazy Drums, which was Crazy Drops.
Now, how does that then kind of sneak its way into your music? Because obviously production is such a huge part of the DJ kind of world.
Okay, so this is the thing. I had this conversation with my homie Mike Travello, who is right around the corner.
Shout out Mike Travello.
Shout out Mike Travello. We also did a release on Mixmash, remix for Luke. But we were talking about this, how we are not just DJs, and I think that's a huge difference between what's going on right now. We are not just DJs. I came up producing. So like right now, I don't know if you look at my Instagram, you can see me hanging out with like Diplo, hanging out with like David Guetta, Scott Storch. Like that was last week. This was all last week. And not to brag or anything, but you can see that I'm trying to get on a wavelength with the people that are actually orchestrating the sonic revolution. Now, this might sound really weird.
Okay, tell us about this.
Orchestrating the sonic revolution. We're talking about changing music. So, like, how can I get away with halftime drops and all this, like, Latin influences and all these crazy drums? How come I can get away with it? Why? Because it's like alchemy. It's like a balance between doing crazy thing and still being able to touch the public. Like like I said, my first 25 minutes of my set right here was for the ladies. I just played Jersey.
Shout out ladies.
Shout out to the ladies, because I know that if the ladies feel good, the guys feel good. So
that's a huge important thing. So
Definitely.
you know, you got to read the crowd, but
definitely.
As a DJ, you're also touring around the world.
Oh,
so
you
got to
so?
cater yourself. I mean, I feel like you're kind of a guy who turns around the world.
Thank
you.
I appreciate
so
that.
you're touring around the world. You're going all these different places. When you're creating a set, what's more important? The actual creation of the set before the actual performance itself, or feeding off the energy and sensing what should really be coming during the actual set? And do you ever change it around and go improv?
I think it's a very good question, and I believe that the most important thing about it is, once again, balance, happy medium. So, for example, now I have a very robust intro with whoa, everybody get ready. I'm not gonna do that at Nikki Beach, so I just played this new Drake song, the Get It Together.
Oh yeah.
I was like, you know, Moxie played before me. Shout out Moxie. They do more like the UK house style, so I didn't want to jam and dash in there with like the harder styles. And I make any type of music. So for example, last time I was here, 3/4 of my set was just dancehall and hip hop. Yeah, because I was like, you know.
So it depends on what you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as long as they don't put me on ultra, I'm not gonna do an ultra set.
Right.
I'm here for the people that are here. You know, people are in a pool chilling. I'm not gonna play main stage music for people that are in like a pool chilling.
So you cater to the people.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's
power to the people.
And
if
they make noise, I'm like, okay, I'm on a good path. So.
All right, now I got to talk about your style. You're wearing a Supreme jacket.
I'm wearing
Supreme socks. You got the Nike pumps.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I mean, where do we get this insane sense of fashion style from? Where does this come from?
So, to be honest, like I went to Fairfax in Los Angeles for the first time.
Shout out Fairfax. That's where I'm from. I'm from LA.
I'm
born and raised from LA, baby. 818-310.
Oh, there you go. That's crazy. Yeah. 90210 is Beverly. Like,
that's where I am.
I mean, like, so it's the first time, and I'm not really a hype beast type person. So usually, like, for example, my this pants, they're from Tacno. These from like a small brand in Holland.
Nice.
And stuff like that. Like, I grew up on like Daily Paper or stuff like that. Like that might not ring a bell, but those are small brands from Amsterdam growing up right now. But those are friends. So you do stuff like vice versa. So they give me gear to rock all the time, and I'm a walking billboard. So when when I'm on the picture with, like, once again with David Guetta or with Diplo or Afrojack, I mean I wear that stuff automatically.
It's
so
perfect.
People are like, hey, this picture, and somewhere in the back of their head it will stick. And so, I mean, I got to thank my friends for my fashion sense.
Now, you bring up friends. That's actually something really important to touch on.
know.
You know, touring around the world, you don't really have time to be with all the people that matter in your life. How do you maintain those friendships? How do you maintain the connections that actually mean the most to you?
I make the new people that I meet matter to me.
Great.
And me matter to them.
Because
for real, like I said, the first time I played here in the United States was in March last year. So it's been a year. And I mean, I couldn't even start with how it's been. I toured 4 or 5 times with minimums of 2 weeks and like selling out shows. And I mean, in the meantime, once again, I'm still producing. So there's a difference of me trying to get in front of, like, trying to do a hard set or trying to do an EDC set or trying to keep my hands up to Insomniac, like, yo, give me shows or anything like that. Because I'm not from here, so I have to build a market. But on the, you know, in the back alley, I'm still grinding, making beats. So I just came back from Hong Kong last week, you know, like, meeting, you know, hanging out with people. Having a good time. And shout out to my girlfriend. We've been together for 5 years.
Hey.
My girl and I have been together for 5 years plus.
Love it.
And I mean, I think that's also a very, very important part because, like, you know, if anything waters down any other relationship, I still have this rock, you know.
Beautiful. You know what? You know who Warren Buffett is?
I heard about a singer.
No, Warren Buffett is like one of the most iconic businessmen in America.
Oh,
he's like
could be a singer.
Richest. He could be. Hey, he could sing in his free time. One of the richest dudes ever. Very successful. You know what he said? He said behind every successful man is an even stronger woman.
Got you.
So that must be a huge help having someone be that rock for you behind.
I mean, definitely. And I mean, even if she wouldn't be the strongest, she's somebody that knows me. Like I'm talking 5 years. So I'm 23.
Damn, man.
So
you put in some work.
Right. So I just turned 18.
Good for you, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I just turned 18 when I met her. One sec. Navi, can you film this? So I met her when I was 18. So at first year of college, and I mean, my second year, her first year. And, I mean, we just stuck together.
It's great.
I think sticking together is the most important thing.
I mean, listen.
Warren Buffett, man.
No, Warren Buffett said it. He has like $100 billion. So, like, I'm just saying.
I don't need the $100 billion, bro.
You
like,
just want $1 billion?
Nah, man, I just need
give you one.
One good lifetime. I'll be grateful.
Okay. So, all right, speaking about that.
Yeah.
25 years down the road.
Yeah.
You've had a beautiful career in music.
23 years down the road.
23 years down the road. You've had a beautiful career down the music.
Yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be when you leave the music world and try something new?
So I don't feel like I'm ever gonna leave the music world. I'm just gonna think I'm gonna alter it. So I'm thinking about scoring movies. I'm thinking about doing documentaries, sound engineering, or like. But most importantly for me is like what I'm saying, orchestrating sonic revolution. So look at it, Pharrell. If you see Pharrell do NERD or do like, places and spaces I've been, like stuff that he did, and then go to like Happy, or go to like Get Lucky or Lose Yourself to Dance, like all that stuff. Look at The Weeknd now, and Daft Punk keep on coming back. We're talking about Western Europeans bringing back and making certain music relevant every time and time and again.
Yeah.
Shout out. I mean, I think the most important thing is to have an everlasting source of music, which I still believe is the beat that, the rhythm that still beats in my heart, like anytime. Like that's the air I breathe. And like I said, shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad for giving me an opportunity. And I think for everybody that's watching, that's the most important thing. The worst thing in life is a waste of talent. So I think the most important thing for you is that if you have a talent, that's the key that's gonna open the doors. Don't get distracted in, the earthly things, don't get into depths, don't get into problems, don't get into trouble. Be what you got gifted, use your
23 years old, and we got wisdom right here.
Yeah.
So let's finish the interview with this. What new songs do you have coming out that people can get excited about?
So this is what I'm saying. So I was just working on my EP last month. I was in Hollywood for a month.
Hell yeah.
Laurel Canyon.
All right.
Okay, in the hills.
Shouting out the Canyon
shout
trails.
Out Canyon. Shout out what's his name? Steve and Tyler.
Nice.
Which was my neighbor for a month.
Amazing.
So we brought out the trash together and just laughed and waved. But I was working on I'm working on David's album, working on with Diplo and stuff. It's been crazy. Working on my own EP, that's what I'm saying. Yep. So I got 4 brand new tracks coming out. Not sure the date, but I think it's gonna be in like a month from now, something like that. But in the meantime, last 3 weeks, I dropped 3 songs. Today with Lil Debbie, who is from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Or I'm not sure if she's from the Bay or from Los Angeles, but she's LA based right now. Shout out Lil Debbie. Dropped the song with Quavo and Tiny Tempa and Yellow Claw. Shout out Quavo. Shout out Migo Gang. Shout out Tiny Tempa, UK. Shout out Yellow Claw. Los Amsterdam dropping soon. And the 3rd song with my very, very good friend Afrojack. Shout out Afrojack. Shout out OT Genesis. We just dropped this song last week, Life Good. Afrojack, OT Genesis, and me. So I mean, like, those were records that I didn't know were ever gonna see the light of day. But like I'm saying, 23, grinding my ass off.
Yep.
Gems keep falling from the sky from a certain point.
There we go. Well, life is good. We got the voice, we got the showmanship, and we got the looks, and we got Cesqeaux. Listen, man, you absolutely killed it on stage today. It's been an honor to be here with you, interviewing you. We got more style. Look at this. He got style everywhere. Love it. Well, respect. Enjoy the rest of Miami Music Week. And
I really appreciate it.
It's been a privilege. Listen, stay tuned and watch more here live from Mixmash Records at none other than Nikki Beach. I'm your host, Evan Bailey, and this is Cesqeaux. Peace.